Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today we are back in SpinTires Mud Runner, and I want to show you guys a brand new mod that I've been having a lot of fun with lately, and that is Banks's new pre-runner. Now, this thing is a fully built tube frame pre-runner race truck. There's no playing around with this thing. It is 100% race ready and ready to go. Now, there's two tunes. This is the standard one. This is the pre-runner. There's a couple different ones. So there's the pre-runner version, and there's also the race tune version, or well, track tune version. Now, they both come bare like this, and you can install the body, and the body comes with a fuel capacity of 4,000 liters, 6,000 repair points, and carries 4 garage points as well. So if you spawn into a race map that just so happens to require you to unlock a garage, or at least a garage somewhere else on the map, it's got you fully covered and you're good to go. You can just drive over there and unload your garage points. Now, I'm going to drive it over here to fill it up with fuel, and as you can see, it's very fast. I'm not going to put fuel in the back because I don't need it, but the main fuel is in that fuel cell in the back, so it's really out in the open and easy to get to. I mean, frankly, this thing, and along with what most pre-runner trucks are, like proper pre-runners, is really a tube frame with a truck body sitting on top of it, and that also translates to a pretty fun interior view, actually. You've got the default dash layered over the in-game dash of this Chevy, and you also have a working steering wheel, which is quite nice. Now, he says he recommends driving it in all-wheel drive with the diff lock off, but I say that varies based on the track because it's a little bit easier to keep it straight with the diff lock on. However, you can enter corners with the diff lock off to get it sideways a little bit quicker, but as you're starting to exit, you can put the diff lock on to make it a little bit easier to get out of the corner, give yourself a bit more grip. Now, it only works sometimes, though, and it didn't work back there. And it's one of those things that you have to keep an eye on because it varies from corner to corner, or you can just leave it on all the time or leave it off all the time and just drive it as you go along. Now, I'm actually trying to feed in some power and trying not to let it get all wonky on me or something, but I think the main thing that I want to tell you guys about this truck is that it's not particularly easy to drive. It's predictable once you get to know how it works, but in terms of being easy to drive, that it is not. It's not an easy vehicle to drive, especially if you get in it like right off the bat and think you're gonna just absolutely rip it. You're not. You're gonna have to. Ow. See, my point exactly. You're gonna have to learn this thing, and I still haven't learned it to the extent that I want to, and I've been already playing with it for a little while in game before I started recording this video, and it's the thing with this truck is that it's very what's the right word for it? You have to be willing to let yourself like mess some things up. You have to be willing to learn and grow with it. You have to be, like I said, willing to let it kind of mess up on you a couple times before you actually go, oh, it's good, or oh, it sucks. You know what I'm saying? So you have to like let yourself learn it, because some corners like that, you'll drift them perfectly, and other corners you'll be like, what the hell just happened? Now, I did have an interesting glitch earlier where I went into a corner sideways, the rear axle started bouncing, and the passenger side rear tire actually glitched into the ground, and I'm not sure why it did that. I'm not completely, I'm not like I'm not, all about the code or anything like that. I don't know the coding and the reasons why it could do that. I just know that it did do that, and it's not supposed to do that, so that may have been the map, it may have been the truck. I'm not totally sure which, but the only thing is also you have to be careful because it can get into these fishtail motions, and the only way really to get it to stop is to let out of the... Whoa! If it shifts up, it can be really violent. But no, the only way you can get out of those is to let off the throttle and center the steering. Those are the two things you got to do, and those are the only really things you can do. Is, like I said, let off the throttle and just center the steering, and then you'll be okay. Then you'll be good to go. Oh god, oh crap. Well, that's the first time I've ever rolled it. I can say that. I can say it's the first time I've ever rolled it. I wonder how it is with just the rear locked. I wonder if it's like a menace or if it's actually really fun. It's a lot more... Ooh. So, like, if you drive it like an actual pre-runner, that's the thing, is if you drive it like an actual pre-runner, it's weird. It's like, it understeers a lot. If you do that, if you take the all-wheel drive off and then you lock the rear diff, it understeers a whole hell of a lot, which is kind of weird because you would expect to have the opposite effect from a locked rear and, you know, like a locked rear and a solid axle and then independent suspension in the front, you know, with a little bit of camber to turn you into the corner. But again, this is SpinTires Mudrunner, and it's still running on that same SpinTires engine, so you have to kind of give it a little bit of slack because I feel like he's tuned it to handle as much like rear-wheel drive as he could with it being in all-wheel drive mode, because that's just kind of what you have to do to get around kind of the weirdness of the physics system. Because sometimes, like I said, like right there, and I will say the recovery wasn't great, but you will pull off some really good drifts, and it'll look good, and you'll feel really good about it. You'll feel really proud of yourself, and then you'll be like, the heck. Like, it's gone. You'll be like, what the heck just happened? Because sometimes that's actually legitimately what happens. Like, sometimes the truck just goes, and that one there was my fault, but sometimes the truck just goes, and you're not completely sure why. And I'm not sure why that happens. Like, it used to happen with the faster trucks back in the original SpinTires as well. They would just have these weird issues that would be basically prevalent on high-speed sections of tracks. And I think we're on the right side, the proper side. I wanted to get into that other camera mode and just kind of look at where we were. I'm pretty sure we're on the right side. Again, in order to get it to stop fishtailing like that, either no throttle or half throttle, and just kind of let the steering center itself. Now, also, the damage. That is part of the problem with Mudrunner, is that you will have to repair the truck sometimes, but that's the reason why he's included so many repair points in this truck, is because he knows that just by driving around a racetrack, this thing is gonna, whoa, okay, it grabbed at the wrong spot and then almost flipped over. But no, he knows that the truck is gonna just get damaged from, like, stupid reasons that don't really... Oh, yeah, by the way, top-mounted brake lights. They're awesome, and they really do their job. But, yeah, the thing about it is you have to think Mudrunner, and by the way, if you land perfectly though, you won't get any damage. But Mudrunner has a really odd system for the way that it defines. Oh god, we just slid like so sideways, it's not even funny. Anyways, Mudrunner has a really weird system for how it defines what damage means. And when you're doing racing or anything like performance related, that only gets basically accentuated because it's just like, oh, I don't know what we're doing, and I don't know why you've asked me to do this. I am uncomfortable here, and I'm just gonna damage everything. So, oops, I did not mean to go forward straight into the thing. Let me repair myself. Thank you. But let's see how the standard pre-runner does in comparison to the track tune, because the track tune is definitely fast. There's no doubt about that. The track tune is very, very fast, but I also want to know how this feels in comparison to the track tune. And I can already tell you it's nowhere near as fast. It is nowhere near as fast. Oh my god, the handling is a lot softer too. Like, it just kind of slowly slides. It slowly skids around. Okay, it's very soft compared to the other one. At least it feels that way. Wow, oh my god, look how easy this thing is to drive. It's just not... the other one does feel a little jumpy. I mean, the other one with practice, the pre-runner version will, or the track tune will be a whole hell of a lot faster with some practice, but if you just want like a truck that's easy to drive, look at this. We just got out of the pre-runner, I keep calling it the pre-runner. We just got out of the track tune, and like look at how this one's handling compared to the track tune. This one does jump out still occasionally, but nowhere near as violently as the track tune does. The track tune is intense. The track tune is very intense. In fact, this one is almost more fun to drive because it just goes where you want it to go. You just point the front end where you want it, the back follows it, it slides right out, and then you kind of just, you let off a little bit going into corners, use the rear end to power it around a little bit, get a little drift going, and then you're good, right? You're good. You just follow through. It's actually a very satisfying truck to drive and very fun in pretty much every aspect. Little dab of brakes. I'm like, whoop, 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 come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Honestly, didn't really add in too much brake there. I think the key was going to be to prevent the... Okay. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Will you go the proper direction, please? Thank you. I would appreciate that. I would sincerely appreciate it if you went the right way. But no, definitely easier to drive on the standard tune over the track tune for this pre-runner. The track tune is faster though, and I think again with a lot of practice, you will be faster in the track tune than you will in the standard one. However, I think if you just go right out of the box, 99% of people are going to be faster in the standard one because the track tune is just so jumpy, and you're going to have to get used to that jumpiness before you're fast in it. So that's the kind of the verdict on these trucks. But I really do think that Banks did an awesome job making them. I can't wait to see more of these, and I can't wait to see what he does with them. I think there's going to be, if this is the beginning, then I can't wait to see where he goes with pre-runners in the future, because I love pre-runners, I love race trucks, and I think there's absolutely a place for him here in MudRunner. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video and mod review. If you did, don't forget to leave me a like. Tell me in the comments down below what y'all thought of it, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. I'll see y'all next time. Talk to you guys later.